Michael recently sat down for an interview with retired Major League Baseball player Ryan Howard, who since 2017 has been working as a partner in Philadelphia-based sport tech venture capital fund 76 Capital, and is the chairman of their Athlete Venture Group, which empowers players to invest, learn, and work directly with top sports tech startups and entrepreneurs. Howard was a World Series champion with the Phillies in 2008, the 2005 Rookie of the Year, the 2006 National League MVP, and the fastest player to reach both the 100 and 200 home run milestones in Major League history.
Ryan, when did you first think about becoming an investor?
Met with my agent at the time, told him kind of what my aspirations were, and had some meetings. He created a meeting with my now, partners Wayne and John, and in meeting those guys, had a great rapport, great chemistry, and knowing that we wanted to be able to go and do things to change the world. But I knew the biggest thing is you don't know what you don't know. So you surround yourself with people that do know. And that's where, for me, joining with John Powell and Wayne Kemmel, my partners at 76, was big, because it was kind of coming in, being the rookie all over again, and taking what kind of experience that I have, but being able to learn from people that have actually been in this world, for numerous years.
You guys are invested in three broad groups, your portfolio: eSports, sports tech, and sports betting. What do you like in the sports tech space?
In the sports tech space right now is, something obviously that's kind of right up my alley, which is Diamond Kinetics, which is a baseball sensory company. I was actually down in Bradenton, Florida, at the IMG Academy for the USA Baseball player development pipeline. USA Baseball and Diamond Kinetics have kind of merged in and married, and Diamond Kinetics has become the official smart device for USA Baseball. So it's the sensors that will go on the bat, and it'll register your exit velocity, your swing path. And then there's also the ball, where there's a sensor in the ball for kids that like to pitch, or even guys throwing the ball around the field just to get their spin rates, because this is the age that we live in today. You're able to learn a lot more about yourself and be able to develop your game a lot differently, and I think a lot better, and become more efficient, because I think that's what it's all about.
Is this a case where your ability to vet deals really goes back to your experience as a baseball player, where I'm sure, no offense to Powell or Kimmel, but I'm sure vetting a deal like this with the knowledge you have in baseball is something that they would not have been able to do?
Yeah, absolutely. I think it varies, because we all three come from different dynamics, which I think is great, because I can give you the sports side of things. Wayne has been in the business the longest, and then John has also kind of had the retail and everything like that. So we have three different perspectives on how to look at things, and we just try to come together on the different types of opportunities and just give those different perspectives, because I may not see something that Wayne sees, or vice versa.
What did you like about VEASAN?
VEASAN has been absolutely amazing. First off, you've got Uncle Brent Musburger, who, I'm pretty sure that everybody knows who Brent is, and I think it's been amazing with what they've been able to do on the sports betting side of things, where, we kind of call them the CNBC of sports betting, if you will. I was not very knowledgeable in that sense until I started learning and listening to those guys, and being able to understand and say, wow, this is impressive. I remember actually driving one day listening to them. It was during the NFL draft, and they were talking about, hey, okay, prop bets on first person called, right? Who are they gonna hug first? Is it gonna be their dad? Is it gonna be their mom? Is it gonna be their girlfriend? Is it gonna be their agent? And I sat there and I thought to myself, I was like, wow, I never really thought about that before. That's kind of crazy. I think with what VEASAN's been able to do, and how they've continued to be able to grow in the content that they're able to create, has been amazing in what they've been able to kind of get out there from the sports betting perspective.
I found the eSports investment from 76 Capital very interesting, where it's not in a team or organization per se that plays games, but in a facilities arena why did you go that route?
It's one of those things where I think people still don't necessarily understand a whole lot, but it's gotten a lot bigger and better. And now that it's drawn that attention, people are like, okay, what's what's the deal with this eSports, and got to get in. So it's the Wild Wild West. So it's trying to figure out that niche to where you have these Overwatch leagues, you have the League of Legends, and all these different teams on the high level, on the professional level. But I think what we were looking at was, okay, well, I mean, we can go and we can jump in on that, or we can try to figure out what's that next level, what is it missing? And it's kind of the amateur side of things, kind of the little league side, if you will, for lack of a better term. But in our company, Nerd Street Gamers here in Philadelphia, is just that. So they'll have the facilities, and they'll be able to go and put on tournaments, as well as have camps, being able to teach people how to play and do everything like that. So
what I thought was cool about that was the pricing point is very accessible, right? It hardly costs anything for these kids to get involved in this, and they can keep playing as long as they keep doing well, right?
You've got opportunities to get college scholarships for playing video games. It's giving another opportunity for kids to be able to go to school, get an education, but also playing video games along the way. If you're not the most athletically gifted, but yet, hey, you can work that controller, you got a chance to go to college. So I think that's a pretty cool opportunity. And with what we do over at Nerd Street in terms of putting on the tournaments and also teaching and growing the sport of esports, I think it's great in terms of being able to give that back to kids and give that back to the community.